Hey guys, so we're back with another video today, and in today's video, it's a good day today because I think I reached 50 subscribers today, which is pretty nice. I started posting probably like 3 weeks back, continuously, and yeah, I think I had like 8 subscribers now at 50, which is a pretty good deal in my opinion. Okay, and my views have gone on from I was getting like 10 views per video to right now getting like 50, 60 views per video, which is a pretty big deal for me. So I'm thankful to you guys. So just want to say that at first. Regarding today's video is a pretty good video, I feel, in a way, because it's very different from the usual SQL questions you must have usually solved. Most of the SQL questions has the likes of order by using window functions, sum, aggregation, and all that, which is pretty important, but at the same time very basic, I feel. Okay, so today's question actually is not my own question, to be honest, but I got it from a comment. Okay, which one of the I think I'll show you the comment. Okay, so I got this from this person, and they said that can you make a video on how to find a middle name from a full name, which in my view is a pretty good question, I feel. Okay, so I'll go ahead and um, solve this question for you guys. So why do I think this question is good? Now, to be honest with you, does this question has a lot of what should I say? Uh, does this question has a lot of question the probability of asking an interview is high? Probably no, because it's not really the most favorite question of everyone, because most of the interviewers are looking for aggregation and order by and group by knowledge, okay? But it is a very good question to expand your knowledge of SQL in general, because I feel that the more syntax you know, the better it is going to be for your understanding of SQL overall in general, in my opinion. So let me go ahead and share my screen, which is of SQL Server, so you can actually understand what I'm trying to do here today. So let's see what is the question that we're looking at. So you have to write a query to extract the middle name from a full name. Okay. And you have, if the middle name is not present, just return a simple as a null. Okay. So yeah. So this is the what we're looking at, right? And so this is the create and insert table, and this doesn't has any middle name, as you can see. Okay. So if this doesn't has, okay, we just have to return a null. Okay, pretty simple, I feel. Okay, so and this is some important syntax that you might want to use or not want to use. So yeah, so I'm giving you guys a hint on how to go about solving. So you have to use primarily this two syntax. Okay, you don't need to use this one. So you need to use substring and character index syntax to solve this, and also you need to use case statement. So as usual, I would highly recommend you guys to pause this video right now and just go ahead and um solve it, okay, on your own. Brainstorm for like 10 minutes, think of all the possible ideas that you actually can come up with, or you think that this might work or that might work. So try it out, experiment, play around with for 10-15 minutes. Don't waste an hour or long, to be honest, because it's not worth it, because if you don't have an understanding of how to use substring and character index, you will not be able to solve it. But you have a syntax which you can actually use it, which is pretty you can read it, understand how to do it. And yeah, so if you have been able to solve it, amazing. If not, I'll go ahead and share my solution with you guys. So what do we really need here? So let me see the output. So we need to be full name and middle name. So when I see something like another new column, the first thing that I come in my head that strikes me is, okay, it probably requires a case statement, okay? And because we can create a new column from it, right? So I'm going to write something like this, which is the first column we want, and from which we want from people, right? And I think I'll be using case statement for to solve this question, because we have to use a bit of syntax like this. Okay, so case statement is the best bet for me, I think, personally, to use on this one. So first I'll just write down the structure of what a case statement should look like, and then I'm gonna write case. So you have to understand these are things which are just syntax. You don't have to you have to learn them, to be honest. Just this is how we do it, right? Else null, end as middle name. Now, why did I use null here? Okay, I think if you have observed one thing, that what have I observed? What have you observed? So the question is simple, that if there is no existence of something like a middle name, okay, you have to use a simple null, right? That is why I'm using the null statement here. So how do we find the first condition that we really want? The first condition is very simple, which is full name like this, this. Now, what does a percentage mean here? A percentage is nothing but a sequence of characters. So, what do we really mean when I write something like this? So, I'm saying that, okay, the format of the question should be like this. It should be, so percentage means a sequence of characters. So, I'm saying sequence of characters followed by a space, then again, sorry, then again a sequence of characters, and then again a space, and then again a sequence of characters. So, there is a requirement of three different sequence of characters with spaces in between. I hope you understand. That's what I'm using here. If this is not available, just return a null and end this as a middle name. So I think I've written the structure very well, and just now we'll go ahead and use these two functions to get what we want, right? So let's see, substring. Okay. Now understand what is the requirements of a substring. Substring requires a simple understanding of a string. So it wants the name of the column that we want to select, which is would be here in this case full name, and then it requires a start position, and then requires a length. Now let me explain you by what that means. So what substring is really trying to do is substring is with substring we'll be able to pull out that middle name, right? That middle name that we want. So to pull out that, for example, if this was this particular name, you know what I would, so what would really want to hear is that, um, so you want the start position. So this is the index of this particular thing that I've written here as a sample for you. So if you observe, the first name is still Ajay is still 4, right? And then there is, and fifth space there is a space, and the sixth is the where the first name middle name starts, and then it ends at 7, and then there's again a space at 8, and then there's a surname at 9. So if I want to select the Ra from Ajay Ra K, you know what I'll do? 6 comma 2. What is length? Length is nothing but as 2, because we want 6 and 7 only. So this is the method that we're looking at. So now we want to do it for everything, okay? So this is the basic design that I hope you guys understand that I want to pull out from, okay? So this is there. So this question is simple. String, give the start name and give the start position, which is the 6, and how long it is going to be, two-way. So when we give something like this, it's going to be able to pull out the raw very successfully. Now let's go ahead and actually go ahead and do it. So I hope you guys have understood the concept of substring using here, right? So yeah, let me just put the substring below here. Okay, so what do we want here? So we wanted 6. Now how are we able to write that 6 in a in a code format, right? So I'm going to write character index. Okay, character index. Let me write it, and first I'm going to explain you then. So you have to understand what are we trying to do in here. So what does character index basically does? Character index role is very simple in my opinion. It does nothing, but it has one role, which is that you have to be, so it locates the location of that particular thing that we want. Okay, so what we want. So in here, if you observe, let's say with the example of this thing, um, if I want a space, so what I'm trying to do in here is that I'm saying to find the starting. So my goal of this is that to find the first, the first position of the middle name, the starting character of the middle name, right? So I'm saying that. So what I'm trying to do in here is I'm trying to find the space in in the first name, okay, full name, okay. So this comes at 5. If you observe, so the first space would come at 5, and I'm just adding a +1 to it. So it will give us the Ra, the sixth one, which is we want. So I hope you guys understood the logic behind character index here. So what I've done here is that I'm trying to find the space, the first space, and then just added another one to it, which will give us the starting value. You understand? Pretty simple question. Yeah. Now the next question, if you remember, was what we wanted was full name, 6 and 2. Now how do we calculate 2, right? So if you think about it, so give a thought to it. What is the logic behind on um, getting the 2? Okay, how would we actually get this? So think about it. So I'll do this way. I'm going to write character index again. And now, if you remember the character index, the thing here, if you observe, I did not use start position here in this thing. Okay, and the reason was simple. The thing is that I don't want it to be start at any particular index. So I wanted it to start from the starting bottom because I wanted the first value, right? So that's the reason I did not have to use start position in this area, right? But in this scenario, I'll explain you what I've done. I'm just gonna write it down and then explain you. Okay. Now, what have I done in this particular code? If you understand what I'm trying to do in here is that, so this look at this. So I want to say similar as usual. I want to find a space in this particular string, which is the full name. Now, but in here, I want it to start at one particular position, which is what? I want it to start at this position. And what is this position? 6. So what I'm trying to say with this is that give me the location of the next space, but it has to start from 6 onwards. In this scenario, I wanted it to start from the first and foremost, and then I added a +1 to get the first one. But now, what I'm saying to this is that, hey, I want to find the space in this string, but right now to start from the 6. You understand how this 6 comes? Because this will give it a value of 5, and I'm adding +1 to it, which makes it a 6. So what this is eventually going to give you is it's going to give you 8, because this is the another space which is where is occurring, right? Now you must be saying, how does this help, right? You must be wondering, what is the point even of doing something like this, right? Now you have to understand what I'm trying to do. Now let's go to the next step. Now I'm going to do character index. Do you remember what this does? So I have now I'm not again using any start position. So what I'm trying to do in here is that I'm just want the first the first space. You know, I'm just trying to locate the first location of the first space, which is 5, and I've subtracted it from this, which is 8. So 8 minus 5 gives us a value of 3. Okay, now we just have to add one more -1 because we don't want 8 to be here, right? So this gives us a value what we actually wanted. I'll just show it to you. Now, I hope you guys have clear on this logic. Let me run and show you to this thing. Okay, perfect. As the way we wanted it to work, like it's working as everything we wanted. We got the substring very right. We did the full name and we put this is the full name, this is 6, and this is our 2, which we wanted. How did we get the 2? Just reminding you guys once again, this is 8, this is 3, this is 5, and this is 1. So 8 minus 5 minus 1 gives us value of 2. So now it will go ahead and do it for everything. So it's similar did for Priya and Neha and Vikram, and actually went on to editing for everything. Okay. So that is the logic behind this, and else we added null to the values which did not meet the criteria. So it's a very good question. So the main crux of this understanding was in this part. I hope if you guys probably would be well versed in case statements, so you might be able to do that. But the entire logic was in this area and using this concept. So this is what I wanted to teach you with this question. It's a very good question in my opinion. Okay, teaches you a lot of things which you not really normally learn in other questions on lead code or hackathon, because they don't cover questions like these, I feel. Um, so yeah, I hope you guys like really enjoyed this question. If there are any queries or something you feel that you did not learn, so please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any particular question that you want me to try it out or something like that, or you want a better way to solve a certain question, please comment down below, and I would love to solve it and make it into a video. Helps me get understanding what people really want to watch videos like. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video as usual, I really appreciate if you guys could just give like 5 likes for this video. It really helps my channel in any sort of way I feel. Till then, yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.